Okay, MetaZoo Maniacs. I thought I'd make a video showing 3 cards that are going up in value in MetaZoo. Now, when you see Chains of Old Scratch, you already know which 3 cards I'm probably going to talk about. And I also wanted to show the difference between CGC and PSA, and why you should only grade with PSA, because they are cheaper now and their turnaround times are very fast. So to get us started, we have Chains of Old Scratch, CGC 10. Sold for 120 bucks. So not bad, but the same card in PSA, PSA 9 sold for $100. That's crazy. This is a CGC 10 for $20 more, but PSA 9, another PSA 9 right here. Boom, $102. Boom. Right, somewhere under $355, but I mean, obviously it sold for a lot more than $120. So I found that interesting. And to add on top of all that, if we go to the PSA Pop Report, if you find any of these cards on eBay and you have the money, scoop them up. Look how many have been graded. There's only 34 graded from the first edition, and only 5 graded from the eBay edition. And there's only 23 PSA 10, so barely any have been graded, and 4 from the eBay edition, but barely any have been graded. When you consider how long Séance has been out, this is insanely low pop report. Possessed Aura. I couldn't find anything good for CGC grading, because maybe people don't want to grade this in CGC. But 4 bids, $212, PSA 10. This was back in February though. This would probably sell for a lot more now, and we'll get to that at the end of the video. But the PSA population report for Possessed Aura. I mean, look at this. Only 17 have been sent in. Like, these must be... We know they're hard to pull, but that's insane. Only 17 have been sent in so far. I know Mothhawk, and other people have pulled them recently, but only 12 of PSA 10 and the eBay edition, 2 out of 2. The PSA 10s that were sent in. And as we can see here, recently, March 20th, this video was made on March 26th, so about a week ago, in auction, ungraded, Possessed Aura that's 100% off center, as you can see here. Wow, that is off centered. Sold for $265. Meanwhile, back in February, a PSA 10, let's see the centering. Yeah, it looks a lot better here. Sold for $212. So I mean, a few months later, the raw version selling for about $40 more, and it's not graded, and there's no way that's going to get a PSA 10. That is pretty bad centering. I can't believe it sold for that much, but they're impossible to find, as we can see in the population report. I mean, not very many are being sent in for a reason, because there's not very many made. I'd say this is very short printed. So let's check out Satanic Panic. Ooh, that's a nice card. So in PSA 10, it sold for $154, and this is an auction I really wanted to show to people. On March 1st, I saw something weird. So it sold in auction for $150.50, and I was wondering, why did people pay so much for that? Oh, because it's in a PSA case, of course. I agree. But that very same day, the same exact card in gem mint condition, right? 9.5 gem mint, Satanic Panic, was bought for only $80. So I wonder if the person listing the card here maybe listed it wrong, because I know they had the exact same card in raw condition, selling for $80 as well. Maybe they didn't realize what they had. I have no idea. But it was Catch 'em All Collectibles, and I don't know, he's pretty on top of his game, but I noticed that he sold raw versions of this card for $80, but then he sold a gem mint 9.5 for $80. So that's interesting. And to back that up, I mean, there was another one sold as well for best offer accepted, so somewhere under $90, but they're both gem mint. So this is my point. If you're gonna grade with CGC, I mean, I just showed you 2 examples of Satanic Panic that sold for, you know, $90 or less. Meanwhile, this one in auction sold for $154.50. There's only 18 sent in, 14 are PSA 10, eBay edition, 3 out of 4 got PSA 10, and someone got one in a spoiler pack, which is totally insane. And it got a PSA 9. Possessed Aura recent sales. So we're gonna go back to December 31st. So PSA 10 sold for $200. I'm sure at that time people were like, whoa, that's a lot of money. And it was, but check this out, 129, 120, we're at the beginning of the year. So January 5th, January 7th, January 9th, 150 for a PSA 9. So that's the beginning of January. Let's go all the way to the top to current days. Boom, raw copy, 239, boom, 247. Even in auction, I bet you it was in really good condition, 265. Not many MetaZoo cards can say this, but in the last 3 months, Possessed Aura is, you know, around anywhere from 240 to 265 area. Oh, there's a CGC 9. Even a CGC 9 is selling for $199 or so. I mean, there might have been a best offer accepted underneath that, but still. Meanwhile, if we go way back to the beginning here, when it first came out and got graded, it was going for 200 bucks. And even raw, 120, 130. So if you see Possessed Aura, Satanic Panic, or Chains of Old Scratch, and it's a decent price, pick it up, because we don't know where these are going to go, and they're only going to get harder and harder to find. So anyways, comment below and let me know what you think, and let me know if you picked some up when they were cheap, or if you wish you did, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video.